Hope I got this right. Sometimes I never get this right. Up, guys. First and foremost, RIP that boy Dolph, man. Drop a like in the comments, drop a comment, RIP that boy Dolph. Second off, what's up, gang? My teeth is looking amazing. I just brushed them, and if you don't have a toothbrush that is one of those circular ones, you best get yourself one of those now because it's in the new. Old things, it's the you don't want that. All right, you don't want that, man. What you want is some of that good super spin. Don't get nervous casually because one person's watching. Guys, let's be real today. I'm going to tell you a little something about how to be successful in your 20s. And by no means am I a rich, wealthy young man and I have like 150,000 in the bank right now, not even close. But what I do have is my head on my shoulders, my health in check, and I mean my eyebrows look freaking amazing. So I think that's a plus. And my teeth are looking very sharp. I just did a little skin routine, so I feel great and I feel sharp. RIP Young Dolph. Bars about being successful in your 20s is it's actually it's very simple. Just be real. If you're not real with yourself, then you're gonna fail. And the reason you're gonna fail is because if you're not real about what you got, like, yeah, I got $5 in my debit card right now. Be real about your circumstances because if you're trying to impress somebody that you're not even gonna know in the next 10 years, what is the point? What is the point in chasing all these high caliber girls if you're not high caliber yourself? I think the big part about 20s is focusing on yourself and really getting this foundation together. I feel like I've said this so many times, even though I haven't said it on live. I just feel like this is a never-ending conversation of mine that I try and tell people. Nobody will really listen either. That's the thing. Nobody's going to listen to you, no matter how much you preach, because you're just some young cat in your 20s. But the key is just be real about everything. Be real. No, we're not rich, but there's so much more time to get wealthy, get richer. Maybe we are wealthy. Well, I can always be wealthier. And that's the great thing about being real. As long as you state where you're at right now, you can never know if you're flying in the clouds and always lying to yourself. That's bliss and that's lies. That's drugs. That's great. That can make problems go away really quickly for the short term. But that doesn't change the fact that I'm a fat shit at the end of the day. I can smoke all the weed I want to, but that doesn't change the fact that after I my high is done, I'm like, well, shit, I'm still fat as fuck. I don't have abs, and my girlfriend done me. None of that's changed. None of that has changed by the fact that you posted snaps of like $20 bills, shuffling them back and forth. That doesn't change how much you've read. That doesn't change the chapters in this book, nor is it going to change the knowledge in your brain. I tell my little brother, I have no inherent value. And I mean that with a little chip on the shoulder. You're born into this world, and yeah, your mommy loves you, your daddy loves you in the very beginning, and that's great and all. But as you grow to become a man, usually after high school, once everything kind of becomes more individualized, you have no value as a man unless you have wealth, education, or I don't know what else there really is out there. You could check me in the comments if you'd like to. Let me know if there's something else there. But without your wealth and knowledge, you're not really worth anything. You have to find worth. Make yourself worthful. Find a skill. Make a skill. I know some of my guys are electricians, plumbers, stuff like that. That's great, but that's just job skill. That's just to get you some money on and a roof over your head. That's not knowledge. You need knowledge as a person. You need emotional intelligence. You need emotional cues, knowledge. Learn some philosophy. Hell, learn physics because that's also great. Just thoughts and beliefs and just how everything works in the space of everything. It'll really make you a valuable person. And also, your ideas are more wanted among the table of the big dogs because you actually have something to spit. If the only thing you got to spit is a few bars, well, that's great, but this isn't the most artistic table on the block. So you got to learn where you're worth and what you're worth, and then put yourself in that kind of circle where your worth can grow to abundance. Because if you're sitting and you're a rose flower and you're in a New York Metro subway, chances are you're not going to grow a lot because for one, it smells like shit. Two, there's a lot of homeless guys that are probably going to use you to wipe their ass with. And three, there's already so many people on that block playing the violin, doing all those diggity diggity who dances that New York does. You've seen it, you've all seen the videos. You're not going to be seen and you're not going to be appreciated for being like, oh, well, in a planetarium, a greenhouse where you're the only rose and you're being shown to the nines, you're being treated well, you're being acknowledged well. I guarantee you that person in the greenhouse is taking care of those people because I used to date a girl. Actually, I didn't even date her. I don't date girls. I talked to a girl that used to work at greenhouses, and she would tell me all about how they take care of these flowers and these plants outside of the greenhouse. So put yourself somewhere where you're wanted, where you're taken care of, and I promise you you'll grow. I promise you you will. But the only way to get there is to be real with yourself. Be very real with yourself because we're not all roses yet. Hell, probably like poison ivy right now. But that's the beginning. Just be real. Be real with the circumstances that you have at hand, and then you can work from there. Because you can't make a plan if you don't know where you're at. Be real with yourself every step of the line because you don't have to be real to anybody else but yourself. Nobody matters but yourself. The only person out here that matters is you got it, yourself. So take care of yourself first. Take care of your health, knowledge. Education means more than just going to school. Trust me. I've been in school, I've dropped out of school, and I find myself to be much more intelligent and articulate than anybody that I know that had graduated from a 4 year. Same education, well, a little bit different. I went to different institutions, but same thing. Same thing. The thing is that a lot of people, once they graduate, they get this simple job and then they stop learning. They believe that they have reached the epitome of their education climax. And that's just simply not it. Life is just a continuous life rotating cycle of learning and learning and learning. And you just have to continue to learn and learn because otherwise, learning is the day you die, metaphorically speaking. I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't make sense, I feel free to ask questions. I'm always here for questions. RP Young Dolph. All right, y'all.